your ex-boyfriend was here right now and I asked him about dating you, what would be his biggest complaint about you?
Start with Mozzie.
We'll start with Mozzie.
That I'm a little crazy, but that's not
I love
bad.
crazy women.
That's not
I
bad all the time.
Okay, elaborate. When you say a little crazy, give us an example of some of the crazy shit or things that you have done.
I like crazy women. I can't keep. Go
I
ahead.
ain't media trained for this.
What you mean crazy?
It's okay. It's
What you
okay.
mean?
Break it down for
are
us
you
real
talking
quick.
about like, yeah.
Go ahead. Tell us now. What are some of the crazy things you've done?
I'm very loving and passionate, but
Oh, boy.
you know, it's two sides to that. So I wouldn't say I don't take shit. I
Okay.
just don't take shit. Like I don't take disrespect. I know how to handle it if we're in public.
Mm-hmm.
But when we get back or when we get to the car, you know what's up. Like I would never disrespect you. So I would.
So you beat on your boyfriend.
Hell
Is what it
no.
sounds like to me. Drop a bomb for domestic violence. What she said in a girl way is, if this nigga get wrong with me, I will slap the shit out of him when we get in the car, and he better not goddamn play with me. But listen, women, you are not supposed to put your hands on your boyfriend because he wasn't acting right in the club. We do not support domestic violence on this platform. Respectfully.
Now did I say that? I didn't say that.
Sounded like domestic
I
violence
voiced
in
my
a code.
point. I voiced my point.
Okay,
That's it.
that's it.
I'm very in tune with how I feel, and I voice my point.
Okay, so he would say that you were a little bit crazy and you voiced your point.
Yeah, sometimes I would need to do better with holding, like my composure on certain things. But other than that, yeah.
Okay. Cinderella, go ahead and tell us what is one thing that your ex right now, if we were to ask him.
Hey, Biz, that was some bullshit she said.
She lied.
She ain't telling your ass.
No, she didn't tell me nothing, but I let it go. That's why it sounded like domestic violence. I know it when I hear it,
Bro,
but I'm not tripping.
I know what them red ones, bro. Them red ones,
Yeah,
they
she done
crazy.
broke windows and burnt shit up, all that.
cars
Bleach,
up,
yeah, all that
shit.
Okay, Cinderella, give us one thing that your ex would say right now if we were to ask him that was something that you need to work on and get right.
Can I skip this question? I don't want to answer this question
Why you don't want to answer this question?
because
It's accountability. And they fucking hate that. If women were Superman, accountability would be kryptonite. As you know, she doesn't want to even talk about it. It's too much for me. I can't possibly think that I actually did something wrong. Yes, that's the problem with most relationships. Women never take accountability. Yes, you fucked up the chicken. Them brownies is dry as fuck. You bleached my motherfucking Louis Vuitton sweatshirt. Take accountability. No, something was wrong with your washing machine. Bitch, ain't nothing was wrong with that bitch the last 3 times I washed it, ho. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so you ready? You ready to answer right now, for real? Okay.
She don't like me.
Okay, now you ready to answer. Tell us something that it is your ex would say you would need to work on.
I would say
What's good? What it do, man? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips, back with another controversial topic, y'all. Now, today, I thought this was I said controversial topic, but really, I'm gonna stop saying that because really, these are authentic conversations, and I'm not really here for the controversy. Really, I'm really here for understanding and coming up with solutions. And I actually did write. I saw this video, so I did write down some kind of solutions that I feel like would not only benefit both. I feel like it would benefit both the current relationships and would benefit future generations for our kids. To grow up in healthier environments. And that's why I kind of have these kind of conversations because we are manipulated by the government, hence self-government. I believe that we can govern ourselves better than the government can, and I believe that they benefit from a lot of things like religion, politics, education, in our relationships, from celebrities, multitude of things, but they benefited off of it more than we actually benefit from it. So in this particular thing, we're talking about relationships and holding yourself accountable in relationships, you know what I mean? And I think it's very important, you know what I'm saying, just so that we can have healthier relationships, that we do come up with solutions, because obviously men are frustrated, and now that we have platforms, we're having these conversations and talk, and women are getting frustrated and they're barking back. You know what I mean? And women are talking their frustrations, and men are barking back. So obviously, we just have to come to a point of understanding at this point, and then coming up with solutions. And that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. We're gonna go ahead and listen to what they gotta say, and at the end, like I said, I think I got a clip for y'all, and I do have a couple solutions. So y'all stay tuned to the end. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, I love y'all. Respect. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through my channel. We're gonna get into this.
Like I'm too like the attitude like a lot of women we do like have an attitude problem, and I would say like most men don't understand like you don't trigger a woman to have an attitude
check.
or she won't like come at you like my mouth like
So
kinda like,
you have an attitude problem, even so you say
I don't have an attitude problem. I have a like directness. Like I'm like direct. Like what do you mean? Like and it intimidates some men. Like when a girl is like direct. Like oh what you mean by this? Like your math not math and like make it make sense. And then they be like
that's the same shit I just said when you said that shit right there. It's not math, and I'm trying to understand what you're saying, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. The question was, what are some things that your ex might say you need to work on? You went to talk about the math not mathing. You went to talk about I got an attitude, but I don't got an attitude. All this other shit is probably one of the reasons right now that she goddamn is by herself.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, that's funny.
What the fuck? You got a haircut? She came back.
Hey, before early in the episode, they were actually talking about how she doesn't wear her natural hair, and she doesn't wear her natural eyelashes, uh, nails, nothing natural or whatever. And so apparently she went to the bathroom and she took off her hair and she showed her real hair right now. And I honestly, round of applause by her, man. She actually look good right here. I don't know how many of y'all agree that she looks better. Well, y'all didn't see earlier in the episode how she looked before, but how many of y'all think she looks good with this short hair, man? I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think she's doing her thing. But yeah, that's basically what they're about to hype up right now. Basically, she went to the bathroom and then she came back out with this new hairstyle.
Back with a number one? She came back with a number one? What the fuck going on right now? What the fuck ain't going on right now? Drop a bomb! Drop a bomb for this motherfucker right here!
1, 2, 3.
This shit different. This shit different.
Oh Lord.
Okay. You good. I got you.
I'm sorry.
You came back with a number one, and even on the goddamn top and low on the sides. What's going on? So Snack Pack, what happened to you? Break down what happened. Did you lose?
She tried to grow her hair
your
out.
wig on the way back from the restroom facilities?
Damn.
Oh man,
He
I
tried
gotta
me.
recover.
He tried you. How he tried you, Snack Pack?
Hey.
He can't.
Where's your wig at? Is it in your pocket?
Nope.
Okay.
Backpack.
Okay, go ahead. So why did you snatch off?
Cause I'm on my bald head whole shit.
Okay.
So you just proved me right that you can't grow that shit out your head. It looks nice though, but it's definitely bald. I like that little shit though. That shit cute. That little shit cute.
It was the first time for me.
I like that little
seen
shit.
that happen before. They usually like to make sure their laces laid down. They
that
never
shit
came
cute.
back with a whole nother. Yeah, that's what's up.
Whole
That's
new
what's up.
meaning to bald head hoe shit. I like that shit, man.
Bald head hoe
I ain't a
shit.
hater. If it look good, it look good.
To the bald head hoe shit.
I still hit a bald head,
Bro, when
bitch.
they'll say, what the fuck just happened in this one? That nigga say, what the fuck? Are you looking at that nigga face?
Oh man, Sean is over that motherfucker tripping. He's like, okay. What question were we asking?
I don't even remember the fucking question.
Oh yeah, I remember. All right. We were talking about Tori. So the question of the night, Tori, is if I was here with your ex-boyfriend and I was interviewing him about being in a relationship with you, what would he say was his biggest complaint?
That I have unrealistic expectations of him. Because in my head, if that's my man, I just think like the most of him, you know? Like,
Right.
it's like, so I just want him to do like everything perfect. You know, I just should do
What?
this and do that and just do this. But sometimes
You want to fuck Jesus? Ma'am, Jesus died on the cross, not in Clayton County. There is no such thing as a perfect man because you're not a perfect one. We can try to be better. We can try to level up. But at no point in time is Jesus walking around Clayton County trying to give you some dick. I'm going to need you to be a little more realistic of your expectations because you ain't the Virgin Mary. You cute though, but I'm going to need you to goddamn bring it down to this fucking stratosphere because you're not fucking Jesus in Clayton County. Back to the apartments with that delusional shit. She said she want her nigga to be perfect.
a lot of men of color never really had somebody.
Wait a
put them-
minute. A lot of men of color?
Yes.
What do you mean when you say a lot of men of color?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Haven't had somebody push them to apply to everything they do it 100%. Like some people don't have that voice or like that person in their head tell them like do this. If you're gonna do it all the motherfucking way.
And you say men of color don't have that?
Unfortunately, not all. Unfortunately, they don't.
Drop a bomb, she pissing me off. Niggas you talking about, and I'm about to talk for niggas real quick. Men of color, I don't know about them, but we gonna talk about niggas. We can go out here and handle anything we need to handle at a moment's notice. We are great fathers, great providers, business owners, and entrepreneurs. I don't know the men of color that you met, but ma'am, you're sickly, madly twisted right now. You got me triggered. Men of color is crazy, Karen.
But a lot of that, sometimes, that's just the facts, you know? I apologize
just your
that you
facts.
feel triggered.
I'm trying to understand,
Okay,
like, what is she
that's
saying?
fine.
Okay.
You know, if that's how you feel, triggered.
Wasn't your
clearly,
daddy a man of color?
And he didn't have it.
On behalf of her father, brother, I apologize. I got her here. We're going to try to educate her a little more. I got you, Pop. I know that you caught all them touchdown passes and all them football games, and now she over here talking about men of color this and men of color that. I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm going to try to treat you something, big dog. I salute you for all the hard work that you've done to create this beautiful woman. She is a very smart young lady. It's just that sometimes she don't make no sense. So I salute you for your fatherhood and the type of lifestyle that you gave this woman, being a strong black man. I'm pretty sure she was raised in a very, beautiful house because of them football checks. And she just went ahead and just threw us all up under the bus. But I got you, big dog. I salute you. Thank you, black brother. Thank you, King. Thank you to her father. Salute to him. I just gave your father some compliments. That's all. I just gave you a compliment.
His own. He did that shit on his own because he had that dog in his head. He didn't do that shit because somebody told him to do it. Maybe his coaches or somebody growing up.
They're black men of color. You just told on yourself. Ma'am, you lost that argument. Yeah, coach was black too. The nigga told him, get the football. Run, motherfucker, run. That's what happened. Yes, ma'am. It was all men of color all around that motherfucker. That's out to your daddy. I never had nobody get triggered with me complimenting their daddy. Shouts out to Pop, man. I need some sponsors, big dog. What's that? We're going to go to the VIP, go say hello VIP section right quick. Remember, if you want to talk on the Trigger Alert show, all you have to do is download the Go Say Hello app. I got my brother Sean here.
What's up?
And let's go ahead and put some perspective. What do you think about these men of color that she
Men
speaks
of color on the stage.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna throw her under the bus. I think she was saying, Spanish men, black men. I think, she was trying to put everybody in one category, but.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know,
I don't know.
It sounds like she about to go to the other side in a second.
It's all right. Hey, cool white dudes out here. We ain't racist or nothing. You like what you like. That's why when we get money, we go date white bitches.
Man in my life.
Okay,
Never,
then.
not one day.
You just
Never
alienated the
dated
whole.
a black man?
I've only dated black men.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you said you never dated a black man. My bad.
Who? Let's go to Snack Pack. I thought Snack Pack was gonna be the toxic one today. It turned out to be the one that looked like Sharbil should be paid.
Yeah, right. You can never
know.
judge. You
Sometimes
can never judge.
you would think that she would. I thought I was gonna go back and forth with her.
Yeah,
It's
no,
been that one and that one today.
You never know.
Cause she look all innocent and shit.
Yeah, you never know.
She be like, man, these niggas ain't shit for real. Like, what the hell? Snack Pack. If I was here interviewing your ex-boyfriend, what about being in a relationship with you? What would he say was his biggest complaints about dating you? Turn the mic on, babe.
That I know that he told me was, because I'm a single mother of 4 girls, he said I really didn't have time. He felt like he was always going to be last. And that's honestly why we broke up. Anything else, he was like, you a hard worker, you got everything of your own. He was like, but you just, because he didn't have kids. So he was just like, you don't have time, I'm going to always feel last. So that's all I know.
So you're basically saying that you were putting your kids before him and he didn't have a problem with that?
Right, and as I should. So he wanted to go. I was like, wow, I'm not going to run behind him because my kids going to come first.
So your kids come first and that's the way you should think?
He's a boyfriend. He ain't no husband.
Right,
so,
right.
My kids going to come first.
And so you're a Christian woman, correct? I'm asking. You believe in God?
Yeah, but I
First Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. His body and himself is the Savior. Let 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman quietly, submissiveness, women to teach or to exercise authority over a man. So if you are a woman of God, y'all love to go there, the scripture says that the man comes first. But if you can try to argue with the Bible all you want, but it's right here in the word, argue with your pastor.
You can read the Bible up and down. He is not my husband. He is not my husband. He does not live with me. I have my own, and my kids will come first. No ifs, ands, and buts.
I like that. But if you...
I do not agree, but I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all women and men, do y'all actually agree with her logic that if she has 4 kids, and if she's dating a man who has no kids, because that was her situation, a man has no kids, and he's actually still giving, in my eyes, he's giving her the opportunity because, and honestly, if he takes on the responsibility of her or dating her, he's also taking the responsibility of her having kids, and he's accepting the fact that she has kids. So he more than likely will take on a role to her kids, and he actually has no kids. So he's making a whole sacrifice and benefiting her. So in my eyes, it would be her benefit. But how many of y'all actually agree that she should prioritize, being that this man is giving her the opportunity? How many of y'all agree that she should still prioritize her kid because he's not the husband? Shouldn't she like kind of work her way? It's like an audition. It's like a actor's role, like when you are in the position of a man trying to, you guys are courting each other, being in a relationship. It's kind of like you got to kind of fit the bill, you got to fit the bill for me to even want to take it to the next step. So wouldn't you want to bring your best foot forward in the relationship so that you show wifey quality so that I could want to take it there? If you are holding back, and what makes you think that if you are holding back that I'm going to expect I'm going to expect something different when you become my wife? I don't expect no promotion of acts. I don't expect no different act of service if you already treating me this way. How many of y'all agree with that? Like, should you actually put your best foot forward, especially given a situation like that, or should you should you put your kids first. I'm not saying your kids shouldn't be your priority, of course. Come on now, it's your kids. But at the end of the day, like if a man is coming to come take on the responsibility of your kids and take on the responsibility of taking care of you as well, if making you feel secure and protecting your emotions and protecting your securing you in every type of way, why wouldn't you prioritize him so that he can play the proper role for not only you and benefit your kid? Leave a comment down below.
Okay.
Get in there, baby.
But if he becomes
Get in there.
But if he becomes your husband, are you going to change your thinking?
That's my husband, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you cleaned it up.
I don't believe
It's
it.
gonna be a good clip though. That shit going by. I already know what that motherfucker gonna do. That bitch a million. Who else we ex? Oh, Nay.
Sergeant Nay.
Yeah, she been perfect all night until today. Until now. Sergeant, Nay. Nay, if I had your boyfriend sitting here and we're having a conversation on the Ugly Money podcast about being in a relationship with you, what would be his biggest complaint on dating you?
That would be interesting because I had an ex-husband. I didn't have an ex.
Okay, let's see what that nigga say.
I guess I would say his biggest complaint with me is, I don't know, my mouth.
You don't play that shit.
Your mouth. What do you mean? Elaborate on that. What do you mean would be your mouth? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, one mic. What would that mean? Elaborate. What would you mean when you say your mouth would be his biggest complaint?
I got a smart mouth.
So you got a divorce because you got a smart mouth?
No, we had a lot of irreconcilable differences that I won't get into.
No, we don't got to get into your irreconcilable differences. What would he say about you though?
I don't know. I really don't.
She doesn't take accountability well. That's what he said. Every time I try to bring something to her attention, she thinks she perfect. Every time I try to correct her, she want to goddamn fight and argue. That's probably the thing that probably happened. Yeah. The fact that you can't see what you're doing wrong means that you lack a certain skill called accountability. It's okay, most women do too. I'm pretty sure that's what he would say. You said what?
Yeah, sure, go with that.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop this conversation right here, man. I just thought it was a very authentic conversation to have, because like accountability is a lot of things. It's something that a lot of people suffer from, men and women, and in relationships. We have to go ahead and take that step, so that we have to take that step of accountability even to move forward. So, but for the most part, for growth, and we should promote that growth within relationships or out the relationships for self improvement, and so that future generations and kids can go ahead and benefit from this. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, tell you guys a couple solutions that I came up with, that I wrote down, that I think that would be healthy to benefit us, to benefit both current and future generation, especially around accountability, around the subject accountability. So here I go. Here goes some things I wrote down. One, I think we should promote emotional intelligence early. We have to teach more our boys and girls to reflect, to communicate, and to take responsibility for their actions from a young age. You know what I mean? And to normalize therapy. Do like emotional check-ins, so that we can be self-aware. And bring self-awareness as a strength and not a weakness. You know what I'm saying? So that we could get that started at a young age. Two, I think that we should encourage accountability without shame. Okay, so accountability isn't about blame; it's about growth. Creating relationship environments where both partners can feel safe, admitting flaws without fear or being torn down. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta create a safe space. From a lot of those women inside that conversation, it seems like they feel like they want to be heard, Women want to be heard more. They don't want to feel like they don't have a voice in relationships. So us men, we have to do a better job at giving them a space, being more patient with them, being more calm with them, being softer with them, and not being like so like ignoring their feelings or walking away or putting things off. If they feel a certain type of way, man, we should attend to it more. You know what I mean? That way, that our kids or future kids can see that uh, men and women work together. Not that we are separate or that we want to be combating against one another. No, we are actually trying to come up with solutions for one another. So we work towards our problems. We work through them. You know what I mean? We give a safer place to explain themselves, to talk to themselves, even if they don't make sense. We have to make sense of their non making sense. You know what I'm saying? So we are to blame for not giving them a space to being able to speak. And then I also think that we should, model balanced gender expectation, model balanced gender expectations. So like we got to break out of the whole men are always the problem or women are always the victim narrative. We got to promote more content and conversations where both genders are held at equal standards. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to hold each other at equal standards. Like we can't keep doing this whole blame game as men, as women. Oh, victim game as blame game as men, victim game as women. Come on now, that's not building no healthy environment for our future or our kids, or for ourselves, ourselves in our current situation. So, you know, and one of the last things I want to say is like to reward self reflections over defensiveness. So basically, kind of like we got to kind of celebrate when people can say I messed up, especially in public spaces. They start they start shifting the culture towards growth instead of like ego protection. You know what I mean? So I have this little quick clip, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Those are kind of the things that I felt like were important solutions that we could come up with so that our generations can benefit from. Here's this little clip that I got here. So of someone taking accountability or just a little self reflection on how we should probably it was just a healthy way to look at things, man. If y'all like what I got going on, this is a healthy movement. These are authentic conversations. We're coming up with solutions at the end of the day. Not only identifying these problems, but we trying to understand each other and come up with solutions. If y'all here to build this tribe, leave a comment. If y'all want to actually let me know the type of content that you would like to see me react to and give my input or intake on. Leave a comment down below and let me know if what type of video you would like me to react to, or uh, in the type of video, or if you like the videos that I'm doing right now, if you like the movement, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what y'all thinking. I'm gonna leave this little quick clip and then we're gonna get up out of here. Sorry about that. Took a little while. Here it goes right here.
Or that situation don't bother me no more. Cause I know what they finna get. I done dealt with this individual. You about to get, you ain't gonna get that person that is so nice to you and does everything you need to do. All that, nah, you meeting the agent. You meeting their representative. I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I had to, and don't worry, big dog, I know what you gonna deal with. Good luck.
Good luck.
You know what I'm saying? And once I think like that, I don't feel the hurt no more.
Right.
I know what you gonna deal with. She gonna be good for 3 to 6 months. The way she was in love with you, she was in love with me like that. And I still got that. So don't worry, big dog. Give it 6 months.
It's all
then
right.
you'll start wondering why I was the way I was with her. You feel me? And that go both ways. You feel me? For men and women. But
People never learn from the mistakes they make, so they take those same situations to the next one.
look, because if she left, she thought I was the problem. So why would she fix anything? So that means she just gonna take that shit
Accountability.
to the next. Hey, so cool. I could take accountability for the things I did wrong. Cool. You think I was the problem? Cool. You're still gonna take those problems to that next relationship. So I know what he about to get. I know what he about to get. And trust me, he ain't gonna be liking that shit. Cause I didn't like it. The only difference is I held accountability, you didn't. Why would you change your action? You thought I was the problem.
All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.